In this video, I'll be sharing with you how to be a person that actually follows through and gets their life together once and for all. Maybe at the start of this year, you thought to yourself, okay, I'm gonna get my life together and do the things I want to do, whether that was going to the gym more, or starting a YouTube channel, or simply waking up early. And I get it, life gets in the way and we lose sight of the things we want to do, and it actually discourages us and makes us feel less of ourselves. The reality is, to achieve those goals, you have to have systems in place that direct you towards those goals. In the book Atomic Habits, James Clear quoted, "You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." So that basically entails that in order to reach those goals, you don't really need to have a clear vision of them, but have systems in place, daily behavioral habits that will lead you to your goals. So here are 7 habits that you can incorporate in your life and build the life that you dream of. Number 1, instigation habit. An Iowa State study found that it's not what you do, but how you get yourself to exercise that matters. That means it's not really about relying on the habit of working out, but relying on a cue that leads you towards the gym, whether that be by putting your shoes on or putting your gym clothes on. He said, regardless of the type of exercise you're going to do on a particular day, if you have an instigation habit, you'll start exercising without having to think a lot about it or consider the pros and cons. What I mean to say is, don't focus on the stuff that you have to get done in the gym, but how you will actually get to the gym in the first place. And that will help you stay consistent on the habit of going to the gym, which means you just have to gear right towards it. For me, an instigation habit I can think of is looking at my daily plan in the morning. So it's not really me doing the things that are in the daily plan, but actually just looking at it. That's my cue of doing them in the first place. A tip for this habit is actually moving the things you want closer to you, just like putting your daily plan on your nightstand, or if you are a messy person, just put the laundry basket or a bin right next to you so you could just chuck stuff in there without having to make much of a mess that you have to clean up later. And for this habit, you really have to think to yourself, what really works for you? So is it putting your supplements next to your bed that will be a better cue for you to take them, or is it putting them in a kitchen a better place? Nonetheless, these cues drive you towards your goals. Without even realizing it, you'll start doing these habits without even considering that there are cues in place that lead you towards it. So it's kind of like a little treasure hunt that you go on, but the only difference is you put the cues in place yourself. Number 2, track your progress. A study found that publicly reporting or tracking progress has a greater effect on success than you think. So that means if you have a support group that you go in and publicly announce your progress in, that would be a much greater motivation for you to do the things. Or if you simply have a daily planner where you tick off the goals every day and hold yourself accountable for them. So for me, it's really ticking off videos every week. I've been trying to post every week now, and I have been successful so far. So every week that I publish a video, I give myself a pat on the back because I actually track it, and I'm really happy with myself if I actually follow through. Number 3, have middle wins. So that means if you have a big essay due, just set a reminder that you will do 500 words every day, without having to worry about it being a big 2,000 word essay. You just have small wins that you tick off every day, and it motivates you because you actually think, yes, I am able to do it because I've followed through so far. So to actually go and see a doctor, set a reminder, set a small win to book an appointment in the first place, checking your calendar to see when you can make an appointment. Number 4, follow the 15-minute rule. And take my word on this that it actually works. So 15 is a magical number that doesn't seem like too long, but is enough time to get a lot of things done in. So whenever you have to do something like clean your room, just set a 15-minute reminder. And Actually tell yourself that it's okay if you don't get everything done, and if you don't feel like doing it after 15 minutes, you're just going to stop. And most likely you'd like to continue after 15 minutes because you've already started it. As we all know, the worst part is actually starting, and with this rule you don't think about anything else. You don't think about, oh, I have a whole lot of laundry to do, or I have to vacuum the whole place. You just set the timer and just go on and do it. Number 5. Take one thing at a time. Too often we overwhelm ourselves with a lot of work so we can have a break later, but the reality is when you stress yourself to that point, you get burnt out. And if you actually take one thing at a time and prioritize, that actually is good for your overall well-being and your productivity. Extraordinary results come when goals are narrow. Number 6, nourish yourself. And that can be in the form of food, music, the people you hang out with. Just figure out what things really make you feel like your future self, the ideal self that you always think about. Whenever you have a decision to make, just ask yourself, does this add to the person that I want to become, or is it not? If not, then just leave it. If the music that you listen to is the music that your future self would listen to, then go ahead with it. And figure out what sort of nourishment is actually good for you at what time. For example, does having a shower at night make you feel more energized, or does it make you feel more sleepy? For me, showers really wake me up, and that's why I took a shower right before this video, because I was actually stressing about which video to do. I asked you guys on Instagram, and a lot of you said a get your life together video is what you guys want to see, and I was really planning on the billionaire morning routine, but I'll do that the next time. And it was great for me because I was able to really think about this video and jot down some points in my head and write a script right after I got out of the shower. So taking a shower is really like a reset button to me that I've realized. So really ask yourself after every self-care activity of how it makes you feel. Number 7, the last and the most important habit that you have to incorporate in your life, and I can't stress this enough, but reflect to recharge. That means do nothing. You have to set aside time to actually just be yourself and think to yourself. That's not in the form of watching Netflix or reading a book. Just do nothing. That can be in the form of meditation or going to the beach and thinking to yourself. Just find your safe space and think to yourself. Reflect on your life, reflect on your actions. If you want to make 2021 a year to explore your creativity and chasing your goals, stick to these 7 simple habits and make systems in your life that actually work for you. It's never too late. Make sure to subscribe because I'll be posting every week, and leave a comment below of what you thought. I'll see you next time.